Hello, welcome back to our #1 sports channel. Support our work by subscribing to our channel at Sport Life v3z for more sports updates. Kevin Durant is controlling his trade market, and that's changing everything in the high-stakes world of NBA trades. Leverage is everything. Teams play chess, not checkers, trying to balance assets, salaries, timelines, and personalities. But every so often, a superstar tilts the board in his favor, and few have done that as effectively or as controversially as Kevin Durant. The two-time NBA champion and former MVP has made it abundantly clear he wants control over where he finishes his career. And in doing so, he's not just forcing the hand of front offices, he's reshaping the market itself. Durant isn't merely waiting to be traded, he's curating his own destination, and that's significantly altering what teams are willing to give up for him, a superstar's leverage. Kevin Durant's trade value, in a vacuum, should be astronomical. Lethal scorers in NBA history, capable of anchoring a contender or lifting a fringe playoff team into the championship conversation. But the reality is more complicated. His age, injury history, and especially his insistence on influencing his landing spot have thrown a wrench into any straightforward trade discussions. His trade value is depressed because he's limiting his market, said one league executive, summing up the situation succinctly. He made it very clear he wants to have agency on where he finishes his career. He is, by doing that, depressing the market and forcing himself to a certain spot. Translation: Durant is too powerful for his own good, at least from the perspective of teams trying to extract maximum value from a trade. The no-trade clause without a no-trade clause. Unlike some players, Durant doesn't actually have a no-trade clause in his contract, but functionally, he might as well. Preferences, loudly and persistently. He's created the equivalent of a soft veto over potential deals. A team that knows Durant doesn't want to be there is unlikely to give up a king's ransom to acquire him. This is especially true when you consider the risks. If a team trades for Durant without his blessing, they're taking a huge gamble. What if he sits out? What if he demands another trade in 6 months? What if he becomes a distraction in the locker room or clashes with coaching staff? Even the mere threat of those scenarios makes general managers nervous. And so, the pool of serious suitors shrinks. Durant has essentially turned a wide-open trade market into a private club, one with limited membership. The modern NBA, star empowerment versus team stability. This is far from the first time we've seen a superstar attempt to steer their own trade. Think back to Anthony Davis engineering his move to the Lakers, or James Harden essentially forcing his way out of Houston, and later Brooklyn and Philadelphia. The modern increasingly revolves around player empowerment. Stars want not just money and minutes, but meaningful control over their careers. Durant's situation is unique in that he's not at the very start or tail end of his career. He's squarely in the twilight years of his prime, a phase where legacy decisions matter. He's no longer chasing MVPs or all NBA